this guy doesn't answer in the next 2 seconds, I'm leaking. Oh. Yo,
Hello?
hello. First of all, I just want to say I like the name Shino Numa. It's pretty based. I like that.
Best Black Ops Zombies map in my opinion.
I mean, I'm gonna disagree, but I respect it.
GG's, bro.
GG's. I'm just saying, I like the classics, okay, but I started really playing in BO3, okay. I'm kind of a young guy, right? I played
Yeah.
BO1, BO2, but I was a little bit brain dead back then, so I can't really say I played it, okay. So
Yeah.
my favorite map is Origins, but personally, but
Or
that's just me.
no, that's goated. That's goated. That's goated.
It's so good. But anyway, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Nice.
I'm feeling really tired. I just got off like 3 hours of Overwatch, so I was just like watching YouTube waiting for this.
I see. Okay, good, good. How did the
What
session
about what
go?
about you, man? What about you, man?
I'm fine. How did your session go?
Uh,
I'm more interested in that.
Um, I was on like a win streak of like maybe 6 matches. I was doing like placements.
Hmm.
I placed around like Emerald 4. And then as soon as I got back on, I just started like doing straight ass, bro, just straight ass cheeks. I lost like 2 games, I only won one, but it's because my team carried me.
Oh. I mean, it's better than how I did earlier. Uh, at least. But
How'd you do earlier?
I mean, I played what, like 9 hours ago, and I played what? Let me count. I mean, a lot of games, but at one point, I was on a 7 game loss streak, so there's that.
7 games?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think playing 66 in placements is not a good idea, and I'm not going to do that. Thankfully, because I'm a nerd, I did it on my alt account, so you know,
Mm.
didn't lose too much. But anyway, okay. So I'm gonna go through this form quickly, the one you filled out at some point. I don't know when you did it, but the one we answered the little question thingy as well.
Uh, yeah, it's like 2 days ago.
Okay, cool. So you're plat 5 right now.
No, I'm Emerald now.
Emerald,
That
right?
was
I'm
that was last
stupid.
season. That was last
That was
season.
last season. Okay, that's good. Because Emerald's in between Diamond and Plat, right? Unless I'm okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, we went up. Well, I mean, like, whether or not that's
Mm.
boosted or not, we don't know yet, but that's okay. So in season 1, you peaked Plat 1, right? So what happened there? Do you think?
I think it's just because of burnout. Like I stopped playing for the other half of the season, and I think I came back. Or that was placements. I got placed really high. I was just like doing good, like win streaks. I don't remember. I do not remember that season, but I remember I just like gradually went down as I started to play more.
Okay. Yeah. So it's probably a burnout thing. You just weren't locked in as much as you thought you were.
Yeah, and like I dropped the game like a few times, but
Ah, that's
usually
fine.
not for that long.
That's fine. It's all good. So you want to get to GM5. That is the goal here.
Yeah.
Okay. Why GM5? Why not GM2 or GM3?
EM5, because I feel like when I hit Masters on tank, I immediately stopped playing because that's just like I'm Masters now. But I feel like if I get on like DPS, I do the same exact thing. And also just like I always wanted GM.
Okay.
Like regardless of the rank, I don't really care about that. Like hitting like a specific like specific division. Just like I feel like getting the rank itself is just like impressive enough, I guess.
No, fair enough. I get that. I get that. Okay, so you're an Ashe one trick, and the biggest thing holding you back, I think I'm staying on main too much and not moving to angles, and my game senses like Herculean arse cheeks, also banner. Okay, so that's like I mean, like that's like a two-pronged thing. So like we have burnout. Are you feeling burnt out like now, or was that kind of like a previous thing?
That's like a previous thing. I was burnt out for like 2 months, I think.
Have you been burnt out like before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're usually like equally as long, if not longer. It's usually like a long time.
Okay. Well, that's not good, right? Because me personally, and maybe I'm just autistic, I don't I've been playing this game for about 3 years ish, I think, right? And
Yeah.
I've not really burnt out, right? So I think usually when people burn out, their like playing habits are not very good. right? And like what I mean by that is you play too much, you don't take like good enough breaks in between each game. You know,
Yeah.
you're not doing to say it, you know, euphemistically, you're not doing real life very well. So then you just feel bad, you know, sleep,
Hmm.
diet, whatever, right? Or like the way you play, maybe you let yourself get too upset, or maybe like you just have something that makes you dislike the game every time you see it or something, and that kind of leads to burnout. You have to have a very like holistic approach to Overwatch. You like the way I see it, right, is that oh,
Yeah.
you know, I want to play, I want to have fun and practice a bit, and then I just do that, and then I get off, and there's no like pressure or stress, and I think that's why
Yeah.
I'm not burnt out.
Um, it wasn't really like a mentality thing. Like I saw some of your videos and like Spillows, um,
Mm-hmm.
some of Wizards too. You know Wizard, right?
Yeah.
Like they talk about like mentality a lot and stuff, and what I've like improved that a lot from when I like first started playing Overwatch 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely wasn't that. It's more of I'm either like playing too much or just like not taking breaks, like you said.
All right, well, that's simple stuff. I can't tell you how much to play.
Yeah,
It's really gonna go just like you have to like focus on experimenting. You can't just play and then play. You have to like before you play, okay, I'm gonna play for this long and then see how I feel. I'm gonna take this long of a break, and you just tinker with that for like a week, a couple of weeks, and then you should be able to find like a nice rhythm where you're playing enough, to get the reps in and stuff, but you're not playing so much, right? Like you'll find a nice balance.
yeah,
So, with the second thing, I think I'm staying on main too much and not rotating. That is super common. That's fun. There's something that I'm interested in though. You said my game sense is really bad, right? I'm curious, like I'm
yeah.
interested to hear about that.
So I think it's like my situational awareness or spatial awareness, more like. It's just like I don't know. Like I just can't like think very well during matches. It's like stuff like that, like awareness or what's like going on in general.
Okay, so
Um,
so to interrupt, my bad. So
something like that. I feel like it's just like also game sense. I don't really know. I just feel like I'm not thinking.
okay, well that kind of comes into like a few bits. So game sense is just knowing what's happening, right? And knowing
Yeah,
what's happening is just who is where and what are they doing, right? Like that's basically what that is. And then the second part of game sense is actually being able to think about what can you do with that information, right? So does
yeah,
that make sense? You figure out where people are because the way you move, the way you use cooldowns is relative to what people are doing, right? Like that makes sense.
yeah.
But then the hard
Hmm.
part is that you have to learn how to think around these things and how to make good plays. So it's
Yeah,
it's it's pretty simple. It's not easy, right? But it's simple. You have to do both parts, right? You have to get good first at just knowing where people are. And this is just going to be like you have to just like play the game and like I just ask yourself or have like a sticky note. Okay, where is this guy? Where is this guy? And you just like have to kind of do like a mental checklist every like 30 seconds or something and just keep asking yourself, okay, where are they? Where are they? And then eventually
yeah,
you'll get to the point where it's like, okay, I can generally just know where these guys are or I've seen them or whatever, right? But then the second part, this is where it gets pretty hard because you then have to do stuff like kind of taking off angles. That's like the main game sense decision. And then you have to do it a lot. And then as you do
yeah,
that, you are going to fail a lot, at the start because you suck. But that is good because every time you fail, there's a reason, right? So like you made this decision based on where the people were and it turned out to not work. And there's a million different reasons why that may not have worked. Maybe your aim sucked. Maybe you rushed a shot. Maybe you didn't know there was like an extra guy, right? There's reasons why you failed that decision. Does that make sense?
yeah.
And then
I
and
was
then
gonna say it's definitely like the second part. I feel like I can do the other part or
mm,
first part like decently of games and
yeah. So and then the easy part of that is just okay. Well, I did this. So why did it go bad? Okay. Well, I died because I didn't use cover. And then you just work on that. And like that's basically how you improve. I know you said you wanted me to teach you how to self VOD. So I'll kind of do that once we go like we'll go over one of your VODs and I'll teach you
yeah.
like how I VOD and it should help, right?
Okay.
Um I was M5 on tank, stop playing, blah 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 blah. I've always wanted to play on a team as well as want to get GM or champ. A team, huh? Sounds fun.
Yeah, I
Okay.
played on one before, but as a main support player.
Right, okay. So that's like complete. I mean, it's not that different, but it's, it's like Brig Lucio stuff, right? I
Yeah,
think. Okay. Fair enough. How did that go? Was that fun?
it was fun, but like I don't think we had coaches, and then everybody got silently kicked, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck happened. It was
I,
so weird.
I mean, yeah, look, sometimes in team, environments, you've probably seen some drama. Just there's like stuff behind the scenes. Someone like something probably happened between two people ages ago, and it just came
Yeah.
up now. I wouldn't blame myself. So let's not linger here. So I've gotten some good information. I'm glad we had this talk. Is there any questions before we get into a VOD? If you've got one, that is.
Mm, hmm. Okay. What would you say are like the fundamentals to DPS? Just like every DPS all around.
Every DPS. Okay. So obviously keep in mind that some are gonna use others. Like for example, one of them is uptime, right? Shoot your gun.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're not gonna be able to reliably shoot your gun as Reaper as much because you have to set up and stuff as Ashe, right?
Yeah.
But you can still understand you want to have uptime in the way that Reaper plays. Does that make sense? Like you want to do his gameplay loop as often as
Yeah.
possible, right? So number
They have
one is
like
uptime for sure.
different ranges and stuff.
Yeah,
This is like different kits. I get what you're saying.
yeah. So number one, uptime. That's the most important thing. You want to shoot your gun and do stuff. Okay. The
Yeah.
next is off angles. Okay. Do you know why off angles are good?
It usually doesn't just pull attention from main, and also you have better line of sight. You can get kills easier because you're not getting your ass like blown up because you're stacked on your team.
Yeah, so obviously, like those are all good reasons. There's a lot of reasons why off angles are good, but there's like two main ones. One, the point of an off angle, like the definition I've seen, everywhere. It's like I'm trying to generalize it, right? It's like you shoot
Yeah.
people who aren't looking at you. Like that's an off angle. If you're standing somewhere and you can shoot someone and they're not shooting at you, that's an off angle, right? The reason why you want to do
Yeah.
that is because it makes it super easy to kill them, right?
Yeah.
But an off angle is also strong because if you don't kill them, well then what do they have to do?
They have to look at you, and they also have to like reposition because isn't it like dual lines of sight since you're going from a different angle?
Yeah. So usually they're gonna have to either shoot back, which means they've just turned from your team to you, and that's a different thing like timing and stuff, right? Or if they don't
Yeah.
want to deal with both angles, they back up. And then when they back up, then they give space. Like maybe an Anna has to hide. They have no heals. The tank has to back up. Your team can go forward. Like there's a lot of like map control that goes into it, but generally you want to take off angles for easier kills and to kind of cause chaos and make people look in different directions, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I want to say timing is another fundamental, but you could just kind of put that into off angles, right? Because you need good timing to do good off angles, right? So they're kind of the same thing. Then the third thing is going to be target priority, right? Because especially as, hit scan heroes, it can be easy to kind of turn off your brain and shoot the tank, and that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
But there's going to be times where you need to shoot other people. And again, you're going to kind of notice this also ties into off angles, right? Because one position, you can shoot only the tank. Another one, you can shoot other people, right? So it all
Yeah.
kind of ties into off angles. So I'd say that the three main ones is uptime, off angles, and target priority. And then kind of including in that, you want to have a general mindset of just move around a lot, right? Because
Okay.
when you move around, you're naturally going to create these angles, right, where people aren't looking at you because you're moving, right? And they're not going to be expecting you to be here and then there and then here, right?
Yeah.
But also, when you move around, let's say there's someone trying to kill you, well, it's harder to then kill you because you're moving, right? So it's really good to move around whilst also shooting people and catching them off guard and shooting good people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Cool. Okay. Anything else?
Oh yeah. Just like what is timing? Because I never
Timing?
really understood it.
So timing is essentially like when do you do something, right? You know, when
Yeah.
do you take an off angle, right? And like, that's important because if you take an angle too early, what usually happens?
You get like called out.
Yeah, and then you get poked out, or they dive you, and you die, or you get forced out, right? And then
Yeah.
what happens if you go too late?
Um, it could be the same thing, or the fight's just already over.
Yeah. So the reason why timing is important is because it kind of gives you this window of like of opportunity, right? Where you can get very aggressive and do stuff because your team is also doing stuff, right? And then
Yeah.
attention is being very split between you, your team, the enemies, right? And good players, they use this, you know, window of opportunity to be the most aggressive and get their value. That's why timing is important, because if you do things out of sync, you're gonna die, you're gonna get forced out, and then guess what? Your team's gonna be one man down, and it's really hard to win the fight.
Yeah.
But I can kind of get more in depth in a VOD review, which if you could send me just a code, that would be awesome.
All right. Let me find one. Does it matter like the match length or?
I mean, I would prefer if it wasn't more than like 20 minutes, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it's fine.
Okay, I have one.
So I'm just reading this message you sent me, right? I don't
Yeah.
remember what I said in the voice message. I'm gonna keep it completely honest here. But like you said, you play anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, but I've never properly practiced besides when I was on a team and had one myself. Every time I would rod with you, you felt blind to your mistakes, other than deaths, because obviously it's obvious. I also just didn't feel like I know what was more important to focus on or improving at. So you would keep switching focus, and you felt like it wasn't getting. Okay, so with, I mean, like I'm gonna go over quick, but like with knowing what you need to kind of look at in VODs, it just kind of comes down to understanding what is important in a game, right? And I'd say
Yeah.
there's maybe 4 to 5 if you're a support player. There's 4 general categories plus healing, but that, you know, you don't play support, so it doesn't matter. I'm trying to remember it. So like, how much damage are you doing over time, right? Because if you're not putting up pressure like basically as often as possible, you're probably missing out on value. Um, you've got, are you taking enough angles? Are you distracting people enough? Are you using your cooldowns well? And how are you dying? Those are like the 4 categories, and then you just look for, you know, what you're missing. And it's kind of hard to see at first, but like you have to practice. Let me pull up the screen here, right? Because like you could have a myriad of problems, but the way we look for the problems and like really lock in here, okay? Because like this is important.
Yeah.
The way you know what to look for is what you can consistently see happen over a period of time. So for example, if you die, let's say, you know, 5 times in a 10-minute game, that's like pretty average, right? That's pretty decent. And then you see that each of those deaths were just kind of bullshit. You just died in like weird ways. You get ulted, they chase you to the end, you know, like you just die in cancer ways, right? It's just weird shit, right? So your deaths aren't the problem.
Yeah.
But then you kind of notice, okay, well, I haven't taken a lot of angles, and I do that very consistently. You know, you could skip through, you know, here, and then like 5 minutes in, and then 8 minutes in, and you're not moving a lot. Well, that can tell you, well, maybe I should start moving more, right? So you want to look for the things that you're consistently doing or not doing, and then just fix that.
Okay.
Okay, this is fine. Okay. Unfortunate. So, you know, don't go too crazy over this. I'm not trying to go too crazy, but this this is kind of just like a bit of a desync issue, but like you have the right idea, and I will tell you, go over here, but it's like at the very beginning, right? You want to go just forward as soon as possible to shoot your gun, right? And there's 2 reasons.
Yeah.
Can you guess why?
Um, I think if I take the right side, I'm just gonna do less damage when
Mm-hmm.
I already have this thing in front of me where I could just output damage and then rotate the other way, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
just like more efficient?
Yeah. So one, you get to do damage faster, and like as you play, you'll notice. The people who just output more pressure, more damage, they usually win, right? So like that's the first reason. You just want to do damage faster. The second one
Yeah.
is so that you can actually see people and get info, right? You know, I talked about this earlier. You want to see, okay, who are they playing? Where are they standing? Because this dictates where you want to go, right? Because had
Yeah.
you gone forward over here, you would see that, okay, they're kind of just playing on the corner. And going over here is okay, but it's just very far away, right? But like you wouldn't have known
Yeah.
that earlier because you didn't look. So then let's say you go here, you see them go back, well then you just keep going forward, and then you could go to the point with your team, right? And then just play the fight here, and then you could do whatever it is that like you need to do. But like you see how there's a desync issue here,
Yeah.
right? And like this is literally just because at the very start of the game, you always want to go main, right? Even if they're playing like a weird widow hero and you just get domed, that's whatever. You usually like 90% of the time, 99, you want to start main because it just gives you the best opportunity to see what's going on, to do damage immediately.
Yeah.
Because you ended up not participating in this fight, but that's just one death. Maybe you don't do that again, right? Because like I don't want to look at just one mistake and talk about it for 40 minutes, like I've seen some people do, right? It depends. Like it matters what you do consistently, because obviously things
Like
that
a
you
bad
do
habit.
consistently are habits, right? And that's what builds up your game. This is pretty good. I like this. I would have liked to see a dynamite earlier. So with her cooldowns, right? I haven't talked about them yet. But you want to use your dynamite ult like as often as possible, right? Just boom,
Okay.
just dynamite. As soon as you get it, it's free damage. It's so much ult charge.
Just right out the gate.
Just use it immediately. There's no point holding on to
Okay.
it. What are you holding on to it for? You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like,
Because it'll just come back.
yeah, you'll just get it back. Like it's kind of a long cooldown, but it's like a really strong cooldown. So obviously it is going to be longer, but you don't need to hold on to it, right? Like
Yeah.
like Nade for example, you don't want to hold on to Nade for forever and ever on Anna. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because then you won't get antis.
Exactly. Okay, so I don't mind this rotation. Well, no, I do actually. I don't know why I said that. I don't like this rotation. Why? Because you went from up here to down here through the room.
Is it too long?
Yeah, it's too long. Like, yeah, you got shot out of it, and that's not fantastic. But this is where game sense comes in, right? You have to really think on the fly. Okay, is it going to be worth it for me to go all the way around here, no uptime, no shooting whilst my team is in, or do I just take the L, wait for the enemies to get busy as they shoot my team, and then you just repeat, right? It's like split. It's like decisions like that. You have to just make them. And like, it's fine you did this because now you know, okay, that rotation was too long, right?
Yeah.
And like, what you could have done was literally just wait here, maybe let the regen kick in and then just peek out. It's fine. Because like right now, you're not having a lot of uptime, and this makes it very hard for your team to go in. Because if you're not shooting the enemies, they're not taking
less
any damage.
pressure.
And if they don't take any damage, well then they have nothing to worry about. So they just do more damage, right?
Yeah.
It's why healbot supports don't usually make it very far, because they're like capping their pressure, right? They could do more, but because they don't do enough, it's like the enemies could just shoot for free. So let me see this. I'm fucking yapping too much. Okay, so we go here, we shoot. This is good. The life was not paying attention. We get a free shot. Here, boom, dynamite, boom, snappy. Right, I want you to get super snappy about that. Person, dynamite, boom, shoot. That's it. No force.
Yeah.
There, I mean, you did it, but I mean, it was too late. But you get the kill, nice. Aim's a bit shoddy, but who cares? Okay. I mean, I've nothing to complain about. I personally think this map for longer range heroes is just kind of shit and boring because you don't really have a lot of options. So it is what it is. You've had that plan. I think just one thing, if I were to be very critical, is when you realize that you don't really have anyone to shoot, like, okay, he gets gripped out, you should probably change angle, right? Because the soldier knows you're here, so he's going to be shooting you, and that makes it really shit. And you also just don't have a great angle to shoot anyone. Like, sure, shoot the demon here until she goes behind the wall, right? But like now she's behind the wall, you don't do any damage. So now it's like, okay, let me just move to a different angle. Maybe I can go over here. I can catch the soldier off guard, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why you want to do that is to kind of, I like to call it like refreshing, like their mental screenshot of you, right? And like, that sounds really dumb. So like the mental screenshot is like, okay, soldier has seen you over here. So like in his head, he has a screenshot of you being over there, right? Like that's where you are in his head, right?
Yeah,
but
he's
you,
gonna assume I'm over there.
yeah,
If I'm like
but
staying there.
but if you move, you're gonna kind of like not be a part of that screenshot, and he's not gonna expect you to be here because he thinks you're over there. I don't know why this works so well. People don't have object permanence. They think that you just, you know, you don't move. But like that's just how it is, right? You use that to your advantage, right? Well, I mean, it is also partially because there is other stuff happening, right? So they can't focus on everything, right? But like you get what I mean. Usually, if someone sees you on an angle, you want to try and run away, or at least move to a different angle, because taking 1v1s in this game isn't actually worth it. If you want to take 1v1s, you know, go play a different game. Overwatch is not a game where you take a 1v1, because then it's like a 50-50, right? In terms of who wins, because it's just aim and movement. But if you catch people off guard with off angles, then suddenly it's like 90-10, right? Okay, nice. I like that you didn't cower away. That was really good. I really like that. Nice dynamite there would have really just helped you kill that guy. And it also would have helped the soldier on live. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Coach? I don't like this coach gun. Just because, like, we're already here. You know? Like, we're already here. Just walk. And then you can keep shooting here. And then if this demon chases you, you could just coach up and away.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen your coach gun usage enough, so it's like whatever. I mean, Bob usage. I think this may be bad. You know, I'll say it. Right? but like that's okay. So Bob is an ult where one, you definitely don't want to panic Bob and die like that. But two, you want to make sure that the enemies are kind of maybe on like the back foot in a sense, but like a bit more committed in and like distracted. Because right now you have like 3 people looking at you, right? You have the 2 supports and you and you have the tank. This isn't a great time to bob, just because they're gonna see it coming and then they can just react to it and then they can kill you, right? You want to wait a little bit for people to get more distracted and then you can bob, but that's whatever, right? Another thing, and I'm being very thorough and kind of dickish here, because I mean, you know, we've only got the 1 session here. You're getting shot at. And you can't stop getting shot at because you're not in cover, right? You're in open space.
Yeah.
And you also died to the demon ult because you're not in open space. So this is where it's important to kind of understand, like, do you want to play this close, or like do you want to play this close? Well, either like either or really, but like the main issue is, guess what? You use your coach gun, so like now you have no choice but to like. Basically, if you play far away, which you don't really want to, but then you do no damage. So then you want to play close so that you can do damage. But then you would use your coach gun to get out. But like, guess what? We used it for no reason, and then we can't get out, you know, and then we die. So like that's why you died there.
I have like no other option.
Yeah. And coach, unless you're specifically trying to take like an angle and move around the map, you want to just save it so that when you just walk to an angle and they push you, because they will push you, that's when you can just leave.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like usually we want to shoot back, but that's just one thing, you know. Yeah, you know, you don't want to let them kill you for free. That's fine. It's a bad death. It's fake. It's fine. All right, let's do this. So like you can see how they're busy. Boom, dynamite from the angle, and then we kill him. Easy. You see how easy that was? He didn't take a single bit of damage, right? Because you off-angled him. You caught him by surprise. And even if he suddenly turned on aimbot and then he could kill you, you can just coach out, right? Does that make sense? Like, you start to see how the puzzle pieces go together, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So now we go back main and we shoot, right? Like you need to be snappier on this, right? As soon as you kill this guy, okay, analyze, look around, info. Okay, no one's here. Okay, let me go right side, open up the angle, boom, dead. Right? You want to be snappy on the shit. You don't want to walk around like a bot. No offense. Right? If you can't see someone on your screen, you want to move somewhere to where there is someone on your screen. You know, unless they're in spawn, and then you don't want to do that, right? Because obviously you can't shoot them.
Yeah, that's like a good rule.
Yeah. because obviously, again, it comes down to pressure, right? You want to shoot all of the time. If I pull up the scoreboard, which I don't have it bound because I'm a fat chud, right? If we pull up the scoreboard, right, it's been 3 minutes and 46 seconds, and you've only got 2.7k damage. Now, we can attribute some of that to you just dying, right? Cool. But Sojourn also has 4k damage, so I guess it's not really an excuse, right? And, like, this just comes down to you not shooting enough, right? And, okay, watch this, like, watch this, okay? Just watch.
Okay.
Watch. Okay, what is the issue here?
This angle is horrible. Like, I feel like I could rotate this somewhere different where I could see them better and also just, like, do more pressure. Like, probably the right side with Coach Gun.
Yeah, you could go over here. You could. But Loki.
Not only that, I feel like I can dynamite the soldier.
Yes, you can. Again, you know, just like dynamite all of the time. Like, you've had dynamite, like, this whole time, actually, which is pretty funny, right? Look, as soon as this comes off cooldown, like, your mind should be like, okay, dynamite. But, the main, my issue with that isn't actually that the angle is trash. The angle isn't too terrible, just because of how the map is, right? Like we're in a very central position where they have to drop over here and you can shoot them, or they go point, and then you're close enough to the point to rotate. So this position, whilst it isn't great right now, you can still kind of shoot people. My main issue is that you shoot reload, shoot reload, shoot reload, shoot reload, shoot reload. This is decreasing your uptime, like, significantly, right? Shoot, reload. Now, like, obviously we have to reload sometimes, but you're, like, just shooting and they go behind the corner for no reason. I just keep shooting your gun, and then, like, you probably won't have to reload more because you'll just kill them. Okay, this is good. We shoot Demon here. But I hit, like, why did we reload? What is the reasoning here? Like you have 2 shots and you just stopped. You just said, nah, I didn't feel like it, you know? and like she gets gripped out because you don't shoot her, right? It's like, if you lose this fight, this is on you. I like this Coach Gun. This is an aggressive angle, right? So I like this specifically because people are very distracted and they're not really going to be able to follow up on you having no coach, right? So you're just getting aggressive and doing damage. My only gripe is that you're just not using dynamite enough. I say as you use it, but you could use them more.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have an issue, okay? Can you guess what that issue is? Just based off of right now, right? Up to about here. What do you think the issue is?
I mean, I feel like I'm just playing the same angle like the entire time. I've been there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Like you can definitely move from like here to like over here. You know, you can like start to wrap around. You know, like try. You know what I like to do is, let's say you win the fight, they come back from spawn. I like to just kind of like poke from here a little bit, try and shoot. If they see me, you could just wrap all the way around, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of an idea of like, you want to widen the angle like as much as possible a lot of the time, but like you see how, you know, you have a very narrow angle here where like the enemies can look, they see all of you. You want to try and widen the angle to where instead of just looking here, they have to worry about a wider angle, right, to deal with.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a separate thing, right? Obviously, you should be moving more. This is like a general thing. The issue is you let this guy get way too close to you. Like Demon, if you don't know, is like a close range hero because she has a sword, right? You know, a sword, and it's a melee weapon.
Yeah.
So you should not, as Ashe, be letting this guy get close, right? It is your kind of responsibility to move according to what you see. If you see a melee hero come close to you, back up, right? Because you can keep doing your own damage, right, at your offensive range, but you're not like dying to this guy, and then she has to spend more time rotating to you. And as you back up, you kind of open up the opportunity to go like on the left here, or like you get a nice wide far back angle over here, right? So just like a small thing, I want you to try and pay attention to like the distance of people. You want to keep like a nice distance, right, where like you're able to do like the max amount of damage with your gun, and you can hit dynamites pretty like reasonably, like with your aim down stats, right?
Yeah.
But then you want to stay far away enough to where you're not close enough to these people. Does that make sense? You want to like find like the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah.
So like here, this is like a pretty small thing, but like you kind of panicked. I mean, there wasn't much you could do, but I think you wanted to try and go over here because like this is like your side of the map, right? But your priority is that you want to find cover like as soon as possible, and that would have been over here. Now obviously there's a Shion, but you can see the idea is like, okay, I'm gonna run in the open, or I'm gonna just get to the closest piece of cover I can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. If we lose, whatever, who cares? So I'd say, honestly, like the main reason you lost that round is literally just because you didn't shoot enough, right? And then you weren't using cover whilst you wanted to shoot, and that's basically why. Like obviously you died one time because you let it get close, but the two big things. Okay, well, one, get off TikTok. Okay, right. But the two things.
Oh,
You need to
that's
shoot
when
more.
I was switching accounts, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, you need to shoot more. Just like find an angle to shoot the enemies and then dynamite more. And then make sure when you're on those angles, play cover, right? Because immediately, right, boom, you see this? Dynamite, you know, brig, dynamite. Just like use it. I want you to use it a lot more.
Okay.
And then here, boom, we live because we have cover. Problem is, you are putting out as much pressure as your character can do, which means you just lose, right? Like there's not going to be a lot to say here because you're just not using your you're not using your kit as effectively as you could. And then I want to talk about off angles just because this kind of helps you. Okay, so you need to pay attention to where like the bulk of the enemies are, right? Or like where the bulk of the fight is, right? So you can imagine this is where the fight is, right, in the middle. So. Yeah. So if you can try and take an angle on someone who is looking in the middle, you would assume that you could get a lot of value, right?
Yeah, because they're not looking at me.
Exactly. So the gameplay loop here is, you know, do this damage, which is great. Boom, shoot these guys who play main, because now they've established, okay, Ashe main, cool. This is where she is, right? But
oh, and then I can like rotate right.
Exactly, right? You can go right side. The Weaver, assuming that you're still over here, and guess what? You being here, you can't shoot the Weaver, so he thinks he's safe, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's a little Platburger who doesn't know angles exist. And then you could just very quickly walk over here, shoot this guy, probably kill him, and then if not, right? So both of the options that could happen here are like really good. Either you kill him, and then you just play on this angle, and then you dominate, right? Because then the soldier has to back up, like behind this corner. He gets less done, and then like you can kind of see how the fight would snowball there, right? Or like you go here, you shoot Weaver, okay. He like he hides behind the wall and he goes to like a worse angle where he can't do as much. And then cool, you've just made him back up, and then you can probably just stay here. And then if you do choose to stay here, which is kind of dangerous, I wouldn't. But if you do choose to stay here and like the soldier or the demon pushes you, well then guess what? You have Freddy Coach Gun, and you just coach back to safety, and then guess what? They've just gotten off like away from the fight to go chase you, and then that's value anyway, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you're playing spectator mode right now. And then we died to the brig because she gets too close. But like the fight was on your own, so I wouldn't look at that. Like that much. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I mean, let's see. Because like playing main at the start is fine, and you need to, right? Like especially as a hit scam, right? Because like you need to shoot people. But you do want to like check on yourself. Okay, am I just playing on this angle forever and ever and ever? Now, in this case, now that the fight's gone from like the point to the right side, you can see how you're kind of automatically on and off angle, right? Because you know they're not paying attention to you. I wouldn't count on this though, right? Because you didn't do that yourself. That's just how the game went, and you got lucky there, right? You want to be the one like forcing these angles to happen. And again, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but just like dynamite, right? Boom. You know, get on this corner, fry dynamite, easy kill. Okay. Okay, we're rotating. I actually like this. Oh my god. That was amazing. That was great. That was like the best thing you've done all game. I'm not kidding. Right? Genuinely, this is the best thing you've done all game. So you changed angle because you realized you weren't getting a lot done. You caught the soldier off guard. Now I think you get a bit greedy actually taking the fight, but you take the fight, you try to disengage, and then like you just kind of kill him because you're better. But like that, like the skeleton of a correct play was there. It was like I can see it. I like this. Maybe a little bit far, but I can kind of see the vision because like you know those guys are up there, so it's fine. Like, even me, I would just throw a dynamite up there. Like, boom, just dynamite, easy.
Yeah, should have. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Because you weren't aware of it. Okay, good kill. Like, now, though, this is where we move, okay? Why do we want to move here?
Because they know I'm right there.
I mean, yes, but like they can't really do anything to you, right? It, like in this case, them knowing you're here isn't that dangerous to you. But what can you really do from this angle now, right? You killed Life Weaver,
Oh, I
like
can't
what can you
see
do?
anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like you can shoot the tank, but we all know where that's gonna go, right? So you need to move, right? The fight started, they're distracted. You've seen some people, I think. Boom, you just rotate left, maybe shoot these guys, or like shoot the Echo, boom, and then guess what? But the Echo might look at me. Yeah, that's the whole point. Okay, Echo looks, just coach out. It's fine. You're fine, right? The whole point
Yeah.
of playing this game is that you have to like limit test angles, right? You have to go on as wide and as aggressive of angles as possible before kind of getting forced back. But like you never want to just let them play the game for free. Like there, you killed Echo because you caught her off guard. Now again, she walked into you. You didn't necessarily do anything to do that. But I mean, I can't really knock you for getting that kill. That was a bit risky. You should have waited. You should have waited. That's fine. What was I saying before? I don't remember. I was saying something about, yeah, like you have to take angles yourself. Again, this bob is just trash, right? It's too late. The timing's bad. Okay, this goes back to timing, where this is just too late. I mean, like you could say it's too early in a sense, but it's like the fight's done. And then you just bob, and then guess what? Because there's no one else doing anything, this bob gets no value, right? And then it's just over. So instead,
Yeah.
you should have just waited for the next fight to start. Like, okay, for example, if you had Bob, like somehow, you could use Bob like right now, like just over here. Why? Because people are committed in the fight. They're distracted. Now, I wouldn't bob from here because it's too far, right? You want to be decently close so that they don't have time to react. But like, can you see how when people are like busy, that bob would get a lot more value just by the sake of people being in the fight. When there's no one in the fight, like you're just like they don't have to do anything, right? Because oh wow, look at that bob, oh, man. Value, you know. You have to wait until the middle of the fight. Again, we're kind of just barreling it down main, and then we get flanked, right? So like that's a hidden side effect of playing main yourself, because other people are gonna take angles on you, right?
Yeah.
So like there's so many reasons why taking angles like is good, and like this is another one. Let's say, right, you go main, you see these guys, oh, I don't really want to shoot the tank, you know, like maybe I'll like do it one time, 2 times. And then let's say you go on the angle. Oh my god, Echo's there. Okay. Now, you're contesting this angle, so Echo has to deal with you, otherwise you can kill her team. But you're also stopping the Echo from getting on your backline for free, right? Like she's not just walking around for free here, you see? Right? Had you walked over here, contested her, you would kind of take that duel for a minute just to try and win, and then if things went bad, you would coach out. But then she probably uses like her nades and her focusing beam, so that when she, like, if she goes on this flank again, well then she's just gonna die because she doesn't have any cooldowns. But like because you're playing main, you're not moving around enough. Oh my god, what? There's an Echo behind me. Oh, I'm dead. You know. That's why moving around is important. It's like it's so like kind of unobvious at times. I'm assuming we're just lagging here. I'm not sure what happened there. So
Yeah, it's like lagging really bad. I think I DC.
that's right. Oh, that's the end of the game. Okay, so that's a pretty short one. So luckily for you, you have the case of suckeritis, yeah, and like you just suck, but that's okay. So your like main issue. Okay, you have a lot of them. No offense. Oh, you DC'd her. That's annoying. Okay, let me go back to where you have stats. Okay, so your main issue is that your uptime is just kind of shit. Okay, you just don't really shoot a lot, right? When you do shoot your gun, you just reload for no reason. Shoot all of your bullets, or when you're in danger, whatever, reload like a bunch of bullets at once. It's gonna give you just more damage. Obviously your dynamite, I need you to just use it more, right? Like that's a very big thing. Where it's like one of your like sessions, or like one of the practice things you do is you just have to force yourself. Okay, dynamite. It's like I can't I can't overstate like how important it is to use this cooldown a lot.
Okay.
Right. And then so like that's kind of just like the uptime bit. You just need to do more, and it's pretty easy because you just go somewhere and like shoot a gun. You just animate. Cool. The second thing is that the way you die, like if we go back and we look at how you die, right? So this is gonna go with like VOD review, right? Like this is how you VOD review yourself. Let's say so you have a lot of deaths this game, right? It's like pretty high. You have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So 9 deaths in a 10-minute game. Not fantastic. So like that's like a pain point, right? Of like, okay, why am I dying so much? So then what you would do is literally go, okay, why did I die here? Well, we kind of went over, we went over it earlier. We was just too late to the battlefield, and then we ended up just getting caught off guard. Okay, cool. Okay, why did we die over here? Okay, no cover. Okay, why did we die over here? You could say no cover, right? Because you could have used this pillar, right? Okay, cool. So that's weird. Why did we die over here? Well, I mean, you could say that earlier we kind of let the demon get close, right? But then, even then, okay,
Yeah.
we could have gone behind the cover. You're gonna find consistent ways that you died, and one of them is that you suck at using the walls on the map to live, right? So, very simply, when you go to do damage, when you go to throw dynamites, you also need to have it in your head of like, okay, I need somewhere that I can hide behind, so that I can live. If this brig comes at me with whip shot, I can hide, and that is going to keep you alive a lot, and that's going to help you do even more damage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like
I'm surviving.
sorry to interrupt. I'm really bad at that. My bad. Right? Because like we want to shoot more and do more damage, right? Because we don't do it enough, and then once we start shooting more, when we start taking our own damage, we go behind the cover to live, so that we don't have to respawn and we can just shoot more. And that, I think, is going to help your uptime significantly. And it's going to help you just kind of just win more games by default. Then the third thing is we've kind of just, discussed it for a while. You need to be moving around a lot, right? Start main, wait, look at who's distracted, get that info. And then just go take angles. Even if it's super aggressive, even if it's super bad, I want you to try and do it more. And the goal with this is you want to shoot people who aren't paying attention to you, okay? And we kind of, like, why, right? We kind of went over it a lot. You want to do that, and then if you aren't able to get the kill, this is when we use our coach gun to get out, okay? And then like, that's basically it. I just want you to move around the map more, try and shoot people who aren't paying attention, and use your coach gun to get out. Less of the coaching to just move a little bit forward and then just die. That's not very optimal, right? Because think about it, right? If let's say there's like a fight going on or something, right? And you start here, you shoot, awesome, and then you coach up to here, cool. We get to the angle a little bit faster. So like now we shoot, but what happens if we get pushed?
I don't have my coach gun.
Yeah, and you just die. Or we can just start here, walk over here, right? Because it's very short, and then we shoot, and then what happens if we get pushed?
I have my coach gun. I can rotate away.
And then
do more damage.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So
yay.
That's why you want to use coach gun in that way, because all of it is just uptime, right? You're gonna know it. Like everything leads back to shooting your gun more. Whoever does more damage, in general, is gonna win. Now, in this case, you could say that your team did more damage, but then that leads into, how are you doing damage, right? It goes back to target priority, catching people off guard. Like, that's the real value, right? But like level 1, which you suck at right now, is actually just doing damage in the first place. Because you'll notice, as you do damage, more opportunities for you to take angles are going to open up, and then as you take more angles, you're going to start to get good at that, and then you're going to turn into a very good player very quickly. And then, just like the last thing, it's kind of hard to judge off of just the 2 bobs, but your bobs are either way too early or way too late, and they're just mistimed, right? You want to just use them when there's a bunch of shit happening, right? Like, the more people there are in a big circle, the better, basically, right? Like, if we kind of go over here, like, this is a pretty good time to bob, because there's a bunch of people in a circle going on, right? And like fighting. Like, now, Well, I mean, I'm just trying to give you some like examples. Like now could be a decent time to bob, but like you have a very big disadvantage because 3 people are dead. So then you're just not gonna win the fight anyway. You want to bob like kind of right as the fight starts, right? To make it easy, actually, just like imagine the timing you want when you take an angle. Okay, right? We've kind of discussed that, right? Just
Yeah.
when you take an angle, if you've got bob, just bob, right? Because it's basically bob's like an amplifier of like whatever angle you have. He just does a lot of damage. So does everything I said make sense, right? The shooting more, or like having more uptime, using cover to not die as much, and then moving around to angles more. Do those 3 things make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I didn't talk a lot about how to actually VOD with you. Like I did a little bit. Do you have any questions about that? Because I want to help you understand that a lot more, if possible.
Uh. Hmm. What about like looking at the mistakes, but how do I explain? Like the mistakes when you're not dying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the mistakes when you're not dying just comes down to the other stuff you do, right? So, you know, like you know, are you catching people off guard enough? Are you moving around, right?
Yeah.
Or are you keeping your range? For example, that Domina, no, not Domina, the demon from earlier. You let that guy get on top of you. That's a mistake, right? Does that happen all of the time? Does that happen often? uh, you know, how do you use your cooldowns, right? Are you using them like in an effective way, right? Like there's a lot of stuff to look at other than deaths, but I said the main things are just, are you keeping good distance, right? Like for your character versus them. Are you using your cooldowns well? Are you off-angling people enough? Are you just moving around a lot in general? It's like there's a lot of things to look for, like when you're like in terms of like other than not dying, right? Are you doing enough damage, right? Generally, most heroes, you want to try and look for like 10k damage per turn. It's that's super situational, but because sometimes you just can't do that much damage. But generally, like Ashe as well, like Ashe is a hero, but like you want to try and look for 10k damage per 10 minutes. And if you have less damage than that, then kind of watch, okay, am I actually shooting enough? Well, in this game, we saw that, no, you're not shooting enough, right? That's how you find
Yeah.
a mistake. So then
Okay.
once you've got like a topic in mind, you just kind of look for it, right? You just look. So like, for example, let's say, oh, I feel like my dynamites aren't good because my damage isn't good, right? So then you're just trying to infer, right? A lot of it is just like inferring things, right? Because the stats aren't always going to tell you everything. So then you go watch your dynamites, and then you're like, oh wow, I use like 2 dynamites a minute. That's really bad. Well then, what's the solution to that? I need to use them
Uh.
more. And then guess what you're going
Yeah.
to do?
Use them more.
You're going to go into games and just practice, with like a sticky note or a notepad or like a note on your phone. Use dynamite off cooldown, and then you're just going to do that until you feel comfortable doing that. And then like a while later, you'll notice in a VOD, or like you won't notice it, but like you will notice that you use them more. Does that make sense? Like you notice that you don't use them. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to speak English in a way, but it's not really coming to fruition here, right? But like you'll notice that you fix that problem. But then guess what? There's always another like another problem. Am I moving around too much? Generally, a good rule of thumb in Overwatch is that like the more you stand still, the more you're trolling the game. Right? So that's something you can look for. How are you playing mechanically? Are you jumping too much? Are you rushing? Like there's so much to look for. You just kind of have to look for it. And the easiest thing to do, if you have no idea what to look for, right? Career
Yeah.
profile. Okay, go to a season. Okay, Shion. Cool. 39% win rate. Not sure what's happened there. Let's just ignore that though, okay? And the things you want to look at are how many elims are you getting per turn? How many deaths are you getting per turn? How much damage are you doing per turn, right? And this is going to depend like hero to hero, right? Some heroes play more aggressively. They don't do as much damage. You want to look at like the average, like on the leaderboard, like on average, what do people have? And then go, okay, well, I have 17 elims per turn, but I feel like it could be like 18 or 19 or 20. Well, then how do you get elims? Good target priority, maybe using my cooldowns in a certain way, maybe creating off angles. And then guess what? I'm going to go look into my VODs. How am I doing those things? And if I feel like I'm doing them bad, well, then I'm going to figure out how to fix them. Luckily, fixing things
Yeah.
is easy in this game, right? Okay, am I taking off angles? No. Okay, do it more. Target priority. you know, who am I shooting in like any given moment? And you just ask yourself, okay, should I have shot that guy or that guy, right? It's super simple. You just have to know what you're looking for. So does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Is there? Yeah, I'll just ask you. So is there anything else you want to know about life or Overwatch? I guess I don't know.
Life.
Life. I mean, like I'm not. I mean, I'm not a life coach, but I'm down.
Hmm. I mean, how much do you think that like somebody should play a day?
I think, and this is gonna be controversial. I think if you're playing more than like 4 hours a day, you're just trolling. I think.
More than?
Yeah, yeah, more than, right? So,
Yeah.
like this might come as like a weird thing because like, you've probably heard, pro players, really high rank players, they play for hours and hours and like hours a day. I genuinely think that's unnecessary, right? Because the
Yeah.
reason why they're playing a lot is literally just to practice things over and over, like whatever it is. But the problem with that is that the efficiency level of that practice diminishes after a certain point, right? Imagine
Yeah.
you're in the gym and like you do a workout, right? And there's like a sweet spot, like doing like an hour, maybe a bit, 45 to like an hour long workout is like the most efficient, right? Because
Yeah.
you're doing a lot, but you're not doing so much to where you're just getting really fatigued and like the work you do doesn't give you the results that you think it would because you're tired, right? Well, Overwatch,
Yeah.
it's like mentally the same thing. If you start playing for more than like 4 hours, and like even 4 hours is like a lot, right? You're gonna start to become mentally fatigued, tilted. You're gonna like feel sweaty and tired, and that's gonna affect you. Like maybe your like room is hot and it's messing up your aim. There's like a lot of factors that come in like when you play for an extended period of time. And I think that ideally unless you're like a streamer and you want to get content, then you should not be playing for more than four hours a day, in my opinion. Even for like pro players, right? I know it's gonna be like a crazy thing to say, but like the like efficiency when you work for like a few hours at a time is way more important than playing for a long amount of time.
Yeah. And you can't really keep up like the same intensity for like that
Yes,
long.
yeah, you
Like
could
they
like
practice for like 8 or 7 hours, from
yeah,
what I'm
that's
aware.
that's a long time, and then you have to like. I mean, I don't know if people do. I'm just assuming you would have to abuse like stimulants and like stuff like that, and that's just not it's not very efficient,
Yeah.
right? And like I was gonna say something. I had it on the tip of my tongue. It's like yeah, I'm actually losing my mind. I'm so annoyed. I can't remember. But like yeah, you are not gonna be as focused from like hour 1 to 4 as you are hour like 5 to 8, just because
Yeah.
you like it's just not how it is. And then like you're basically just wasting time because if you're not playing at like 100% and you're not practicing, you're literally just extending how long it takes to improve at the game, right? If you like, let's say you play literally three hours every day, and you like practice and improve in the most efficient way possible, and you start at bronze, bro, you're gonna be like GM in like 6 months, maybe less.
Damn.
All right, and then like there's like other factors of like what roles are you playing, how many different heroes are you playing, but that's a bunch of different stuff. So I know we're kind of nearing the end of the call, but I've got time. If you'd like, would you like to do like a live game or not? Like there's no pressure.
Yeah, I can do one. I was gonna say, I meant to say it before I like sent you that VOD.
Yeah.
That was me playing when I was tired. I don't really, from what I've seen, I don't really normally play like that. Like I play like a lot better.
Okay. Well, that is
I was
unfortunate.
playing for
That's
like,
okay.
yeah, I was
That's
playing
fine.
for like 3 hours before, and those just so happened to be the matches I lost.
That's fine. I mean, like you do probably play similarly, just because like you said that you don't like
Yeah,
practice a lot, so like, you're probably piloting in both. So it's gonna be pretty similar. I wouldn't worry about that too much.
yeah. But how does like live coaching work exactly? Did I already ask you this?
No. So I mean, like you might have actually. Uh, no, you didn't. So live coaching is basically it's like a practice session. Like you're playing to practice, but I just help you to kind of actually like implement the practicing, right? So when you get like a concept to focus on, right? You know, let's say you want to have more uptime, or like you want to use cover belt, or you want to take off angles, all right? Obviously, to practice those, you have to do them one at a time. And live coaching is just a guy going, okay, do this, do this, do this, it like relative to what you want to practice, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you something, and it's just gonna be use your dynamite as much as possible, okay? So like that's all I want you to think about. I don't care about how the game goes. I just want you to think about. I mean, like you can think about where, you know, I can't force you to think about it, but that is how you would improve that as fast as possible. A live coaching
Okay.
session is I'm meant to just remind you of that, and maybe tweak a little, you know, some things on the fly that you do. But that's not the main purpose. What I will tell you is ban Freya and ban Cat. That's what I'm gonna
Red
say to you.
cat.
Yeah, Freya and Cat.
Oh my god, where's Frey? Look at that.
There we go. Even if they don't get banned, you tried, and that is the important thing here.
Oh, why do we ban them?
Because Freya's cancer as any hero, and Cat is busted. So yeah, I mean, like those are just my opinions. I think
I'm
Freya
about to steal his
is
meme. Wait.
sorry. Oh, Emerald. Never seen Emerald before.
I'm actually going I'm good. Oh my god.
Let's go.
The
Oh yeah,
insta-lock
because you
was
had
crazy.
the.
I'm the best insta-locker ever, bro.
That's
The
fine.
best
Yeah.
insta-locker.
Oh yeah. I remember doing that on Siege. You know Siege. You play that game.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, like we like whenever a new hero would come out, or like operator, right? I say hero because I'm an
Yeah.
Overwatch player now. Like we would just go to pick that hero, right? And then it was just a funny thing. Another thing we would do, right, is on Canal, okay? Like you know that map. You
Yeah,
know,
Kana.
you know where you spawn. Okay, so like, there's a spawn where like you're like on the dock side, and there's two different staircases, right? And there's a camera like right above you, right?
I think so, yeah. I remember like the bridge part.
Yeah, that's on like the opposite side of the map though, right? To the spawn. So what we would
Okay.
do is, for some reason, it started off completely unspoken, but every time we would spawn at that area, and like we would try and get the camera first. It was just a weird competition we would have. It was really funny. But anyway, I want you to literally play how however you feel like you need to. But I want you to think about the dynamite. I'm gonna let you play for a little bit, just to get you locked in and shit. Nice. Now, the quality is insanely low, and that might be a skill issue on my part. That's okay. I can,
my Wi-Fi might just be out.
Nah, it's fine. I can still see it, it's fine.
Okay.
Nice. So don't worry about missing it too much. I just want you to be like, okay, you see someone, and you have dynamite, you dynamite, that's it.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Nice. And like, this is why Freya needs to get banned. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. What did I say?
Right, bro. The fuck?
No, it's fine. Okay. But like, right, so the point of life coaching, and like when you do practice, is that you're kind of just immune to anything that happens other than the thing, right? So you died there, who cares? Cool. You could even say he's cheating. Go for it, bro. Right? If that helps you focus away from dying there to your dynamite, that's literally the best case scenario. Nice, because like now he's on fire. He gets pressured. Got some good aim. I mean, as far as from what I can see in my 144p pixels.
It's usually better. Like I said, I'm just tired.
Right. I mean, I'm not sure how that affects the quality of the screen, but that's okay.
I meant the aim.
Yeah, but the aim's fine. Nice, good. Maybe chill a bit. Use cover. Nice. Okay, one thing. Try and go left side here. Because like, your team's playing on the right, you want to go left. It's going to make it harder for them to play.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because they're separate angles, and if they have to look in different places, it's immediately going to be a lot harder. Alright, you see? You reloaded for no reason. You would have killed that guy. Now, the great part about
yeah.
this, what we're doing, is that you can take the mana perk and dynamites are free. Okay, cool. Bob. Nice. Good, good, good. Way better, way better. There, you could have used your dynamite a bit sooner and gotten like free, but that's okay. Right? So,
Yeah.
I don't want to larp on it too much, but like, or harp on it. The Bob there was really good because everyone was just committed and there was so much going on. Bro, go forward and shoot your gun. Fuck you doing playing the car. Go forward and shoot, alright? This is like
Okay.
sorry, but like, sorry to be harsh. Like this is what I mean. Every moment you exist, you have to be trying to shoot, right? That's unfortunate. All good, who cares, right? Sorry to yap
Yeah.
and get you killed. Every
No, it's all
moment
good. It's all good.
that exists, you should be shooting, using dynamite, or moving to an angle where you can do one of those two things.
Okay.
But that's all good you did there. Alright, we have to wait. So you might just get stuck here.
Oh, yeah, because of that high ground. I always get stuck here.
But like one thing you can do is if your team's trying to go left side, go like kind of right side. You know what I mean? Good dynamite. Good shot. Alright, Kiriko's gonna have to Suzy this. Wow, that Juno saved you. It's okay. Do you even have a Kiriko or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's good.
You do, okay, cool. Right.
Maybe we win that.
Nah, they used also, that's fine. Okay, we come back. We got dynamite going. Or are we too far? Obviously,
Oh, I got it.
nice, yeah. You want to be like somewhat close though, right? You want to be in that effective range where it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Cool. Good shot. Alright, we have it again. Go for it. Boom. That's a little, yeah, don't do that next time. Gotta aim it. It's all good though, all good. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, dynamite's up, let's go. Alright, nice. I don't know if you hit that because I can't see the crosshair, but it's okay.
No, I didn't. I kind of just threw it again on
Yeah,
accident.
you want to aim, right? So obviously, have dynamite, see someone, aim. Nice, much better.
Yeah.
Cover, nice, nice. Okay, I like this. Yeah, that's good. Dynamite. Trash game. Nice. So there you just overcommitted a little bit, but that's okay. All good. Like this seems bad, but like what we're doing is making you better, right? Because you're gonna, the whole point of practicing, right? Why do you practice something? To get good at it, right? But how do you get good at a thing? Like it's just a habit, right? You build up the habit and you get better at it over time. That's what we're doing right now. If you want, you can take the dynamite pack and it'll be more satisfying. I actually like the dynamite pack more personally because it makes it bigger.
The dynamite for it?
Yeah, when you blow it up in the air, the radius is not really big. It makes it like impossible to miss.
Okay, I usually take the other one because I hit.
The other one,
from my
look, don't don't get it twisted. The other one is Bell, good Bob, but I just like the dynamite one because it's more satisfying. Nice, Suzu.
Wait, what does it? Doesn't it do something else too?
Yeah, so when you explode the dynamite in the air, it's 40% bigger, and it refunds you like 6 ammo when you throw it.
Damn! Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that second part.
Yeah, they buffed it like a while ago. It doesn't really matter. Get dynamite. You need to actually blow it up though when you use it. Yeah, you can't coach when you're hindered. Careful. I mean, you can, but like it doesn't move you. Good. We have dynamite. Let's go. Like if you could see my screen right now, you would actually be like appalled at how little I can see. So
is this still in 144p?
Yeah, I can see enough to matter though. It's fine. So that dynamite, not dynamite. The coach gun you did before, where you coached in the air, that was kind of pointless. Yeah. You could have gone on the left and created an angle, and then used that to get away because that's gonna get you more value just because it's a bit safer. Like I can see the idea, but you walking to an angle is way safer than just being in the air, especially against Pocket Ashe.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna get
like,
shot by all of them.
Like you can do it sometimes if they can't kill you, right? You know, like I said earlier, there's times you can do that, but that's not all the time. So this is good, nice. Make him chase and coach out. You might die. Yeah, so like that, you could have just coached up right to the staircase. But that's my bad. I psyched you out. But like, so far, you're doing really well.
I think it's too late too. Like I should have did it a bit
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. So this is I don't know how I've not said this. So when you want to leave an angle is when they see you. Or like when they
Okay.
go to turn. Not when they shoot, not when they use a cooldown. When they turn and look at you, you're like already gone. Okay, here,
Okay.
dynamite, we got it.
Cool.
Cool, good. That guy's gone off the map. Okay, now we can use our coach to just get to an angle because there's, you know, they can't kill us, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like, imagine the ratio of coach gunning away from danger and then coach gunning to a good angle. It's like 80-20. Okay, we have dynamite. Use it as soon as you see someone. Good, okay. Just put Bob, like, on the opposite end of cart, like, on the wall. Or put it on cart, actually.
Like yeah.
Yeah, just put it, just put it anywhere, it's fine.
Oh fuck!
Alright, with dynamite, use it. Good. Yeah, so what I meant, I probably should have said it earlier. But you like you see the wall the cart is facing, right? The cart is facing like that wall.
Oh, like
just
here?
put it right there. Easy. Easy game.
Oh.
But that's okay. So you have wave tank thinking gap. That's actually so based. That is so based. Right, so you have a lot more damage because I mean, like I can kind of tell you're shooting a lot more and it's really good, but you're just using your dynamite so often, and that is like dynamite is like the one of the most annoying DPS cooldowns like in the game. And then look at that, you're getting boosted. Let's go. You're boosting. Sorry.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Boom.
I'm goated.
Never mind the fact you're playing Ashe on circuit. No. You're boosting. No.
Reload.
No, that doesn't matter, right? So I'm
Yeah.
good with what you're doing, okay? And like the whole point of this, it's like I'm I'm reminding you, okay, dynamite. That's you know, I've done that basically the whole time, right? This is
Yeah.
just how your practice sessions go. This is how you practice. That's it. That's
Okay.
like that's it. Like I don't have anything else to say.
It's kind of simple.
You just do this yourself, right? The hard part, or like it's not even that hard. You just have to get something that you know you do poorly. And I've already gotten, you know, I've gotten you like 5 things, like in general, right? So you can just like pick those, practice on them for like however long you feel like, right? It's a vague intuition of like, okay, I feel like I've gotten good at this. You don't have to get perfect. You can stop doing it when you're bored or when you feel like you've done it good. And then guess what? You just move on to the next thing. Alright?
Okay.
But we're gonna focus back
That's...
in. So right now you're still doing the reload thing, but that's okay. I'm not gonna flame you. I mean I did just flame you, but that's okay. Go dynamite. Alright, let's go. Nice. Alright, with dynamite, let's go.
Oh fuck.
W whiff. That's okay. At least you used it, right? Because now the mistake is that you rushed it, right?
Yeah.
And now we can fix that. How do we fix that? Well, just aim the dynamite at people and then use it. Let's see if we can get kill him maybe. Nah. Honestly, I actually dread the day that they get rid of the remote detonator perk. That's actually gonna be the worst day of my life.
I do too. But sometimes when I have it, I just shoot it anyways. It's just fun.
Nah, I don't, bro. I fucking hate shooting it. It's so annoying. I actually crushed that perk. I'm telling you, I crutch it. But anyway, okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's dynamite time. Through that door.
Oh, through the door?
Yeah, right there. You gotta look for those angles, you know, those fucking crazy angles like that. That's okay. I actually like this. This is good. I would have gone, like, on the left side of this little wall thing instead, because it gives you a wider angle, but good idea. I like the way you're thinking there. Okay, we have dynamite. Let's go. That's fine. See, like, that is fine, because we died there. Or I say you, right? You died there because you went for a dynamite and then the surge peaked you. So maybe in that situation, okay, maybe we don't dynamite because it's just like a weird area, right? And we just use cover.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
I kind of just gotta like walk out and then she's just gonna be me.
Yeah. Okay, good. Amazing headshot. Not quite what we wanted though. Okay, you could potentially bomb. Yeah, nice. Okay, we have dynamite again. Boom, and like it's just dynamite is so much pressure, right? Like you can see this, right? It is just like they can't do anything. And then like what?
Cooking their shit, they can't play.
Literally, right? And then like you dynamite the corner and you just get valued, right? And the greatest part about dynamite is that it farms up the elims. It's amazing. That guy's dead again. He's terrible. Okay, chill behind cover, get healed, and then dynamite. Okay, I have something to say about that one, but it's okay. I'll wait. I like this. We're rotating. Good rotate. This is a hot rotate right here. I like this. Okay, dynamite's up. Bad aim. Oh my goodness. Have they capped? I think they capped.
Bro.
I mean, it's winnable. No, you have dynamite. Lucky. Okay, so you know the dynamite you did about 2 dynamites ago, where like you just hit the Ryan. You could have gone for the squishies, and that would have gotten a lot more value, right? Because a dynamite on a tank, it's good, but it's nothing compared to a dynamite on a squishy, right? Because like percentage-wise, it does way more on the health.
Yeah.
Nice. Burning. Boom. They can't play. Doom's taking a bunch of damage. He has to go for you. Your aim is really good.
Thanks, man.
Okay, we have dynamite. Let's see who we can use it on. Yeah, Doom's fine. Alright, so hit every shot, build Bob, and then win. That's the play here. Unfortunate.
I did take the wrong perk, yeah. Nah. That's an accident.
I mean, like, on Ashe Mages, there is no wrong perk. There's no wrong perk. They're both really good.
Yeah.
Okay, you are doing amazing. You're doing everything I'm telling you to, which is fantastic. I like that in a student. Just be a bit careful. Here, you can go out of the right side room, because that's going to give you a side angle, right? Because you don't want to poke into those 2 guys, right? They do a lot of damage. But boom, angles. And then you can widen the angle by going on the right if you want to. Nice. Now, be careful. You're on 1 HP. Like, you see how now this is, like, really bad for them? Because they have to look at the doorway. Yeah. So, there. Why do you think that was a bad buff?
But they all died. Oh, well, there's just nobody there.
Yeah, I mean, like, you already killed Doomfist, so, like, the fight's over, you know?
Yeah, I was noticing that. I keep, like, doing that. Every time the fight ends, I just send it in, like, way too late.
Yeah. You know, like, I would have preferred it if you just used it on the Doomfist, right?
Yeah. Because
then at least then it's, like, pretty reasonable. But that's okay, right? You know, we don't focus on that. Maybe you could focus on that on a later date, but that doesn't matter. Okay, dynamite, let's go. Okay, we missed. All good. Still getting kills. Bro, this emerald rank is full of shitters.
It's basically all plat players, bro.
Yeah, I think it's just mostly plat. I think that's fair enough. I mean, like, with your aim, like, if you start playing like a real human, no offense, like, you are easily getting GM. Okay, with dynamite, boom, pop it. Careful, you're on 1 HP. It's just, yeah, nice, good. Alright, now we run away because our tank's dead. Like, we don't have to run too far, just to this corner. You can just go to this corner. And then you can poke a little bit, you know? We have dynamite. Coach out, nice. Dynamite that. Hey, dynamite value. I'll take that.
True.
Now, you know, sure, could we say that you shouldn't have died there? Yes. Does it matter right now? Nope. Nope. I literally don't care. You could die 20 times this game and I wouldn't care. I would care later though, obviously. But right now I don't. Alright. Who can we dynamite? Right? A question you can ask yourself is like, why would I try and shoot this guy and actually hit my shots when I can just dynamite, right?
Yeah. Because it's like a grenade.
Exactly, it's easy. It's AoE value. So let me see the damage here. 16k in 15 minutes, and that's without a mercy, that's without a mercy pocket, by the way, right? I mean, you still get a diff here. So wait, is that you or is that? Damn, yeah.
That's them.
You are just terrible, man. Get fucking diffed. What can I say, bro? I mean, look.
No, he's 29 and 15.
Yeah,
29 and
but
15. What are you talking
he
about?
got play. He got play. So he's better
No,
than you.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I don't make how the game works. So that's basically, so like that's how a coaching session works. It's just I yap
Yeah.
in your ear. I tell you what we're focusing on, and then that is how you're gonna practice. Okay.
Okay.
So how was that? Like, are you feeling good? Are you feeling comfortable in everything you feel like you needed to know?
Yeah, I feel like really confident. It's just like I just have naturally bad memory, so I might forget a bit of it, but I do remember like the bobs, the dynamites, like the angles.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
And like, you don't need to remember everything. You just need to have one thing. Just have one thing,
yeah.
and then just go on there. I was recording this. I probably should have said that at the start. That's a bit invasive, my bad. But if you
Yeah.
want, I can just send you the video, or I can upload it on my second channel, and then you can just watch it. If you're okay with that, that is. Pardon? Sorry, you lagged like right there.
Oh, I said I'm okay with it.
Cool. Okay. So, are we good? Everything. Fully confident. Any questions?
Um, I do have one more question.
Oh no.
So,
That's it.
it's
Oh, sorry, you're lagging a bit. Sorry.
that's
It's all good.
I used to like coach other people, mostly my friends. So I
Okay.
was asking like, would it be the same as like reviewing yourself if you're reviewing somebody else?
Yeah, it's literally the same thing.
Uh,
I
that's
do
just
I do want to ask you something though, because I enjoyed this, and like, it's like no pressure. I was
yeah,
wondering if you would want to do like coaching, like me and you, like for a month, right? We can we'll just do like calls like this, where I just help you kind of really hone it, like hone in on shit. I can help you figure out what's actually like fucking you up.
yeah.
It would be $200 like for the whole month. I'm just curious if you're into that. No, like no pressure though.
Um, so it's not free.
No, unfortunately, no. I have bills to pay. You know.
Oh yeah. Uh, the one unfortunate thing is I have no job. I have no job. I cannot pay for that. I am very sorry.
That is all good. You don't need to apologize, man. I really enjoyed this, and I'd say
Yeah,
when you do whatever, get like an income, whatever. I would highly recommend you. I'm not just saying this so that I can get money, right? I would highly recommend that.
that's part of the reason though. That's part of the reason
Yeah, that's fine. I think
though.
you come to me at some point. Me and you work together. I think GM easy. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's all good that you say no. I'm gonna go. I will send you the link to this video probably tomorrow if I'm too lazy to upload it today. As in like tomorrow
Okay.
for me, so it might be like late in the morning for you because that time zones and
Yeah.
shit. But I really enjoyed this. I think you definitely have potential. Obviously, you've got like the staple good aim, right? You're just a bit of an idiot. No, no offense, right? But those three things that I kind of talked about, right? You want to have uptime, like a lot more. You want to shoot your gun more. You want to dynamite more, right? You want
Yeah.
to use cover when you're doing those things, right? So when you've got comfortable with shooting more, I want you to then get comfortable shooting and then not dying by using cover. And then once you get comfortable
Okay.
with that, then I want you to really start to hone in on just moving around more, catch people off guard, right? Because like I think if you do those things like sequentially, you are gonna like notice a significant increase in elo gain, you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm gonna head off. I'm very what's the word here? I'm very I'm waiting in anticipation for you to rank up. Okay, if you rank up at all, I want to see a screenshot. Okay.
Do you have like a Discord server?
Yes, I do. I think I can send you a link. I'm not sure though, because I'm an idiot. Okay. Copy link, and then we're gonna just invite. I think. Did you get it? I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm in. I can't win a game.
Yeah, I made this like last year because my friends were because like I was kind of starting streaming, and I had
Yeah.
these chatters, and they were like, "Yo, make a server," and I couldn't be bothered. And like, I was on a lost streak at the time, so yeah, I can't win a game. I think it's a good name.
That's so inspirational, bro.
It really is. But yeah, had a fun call. Hit me up whenever you're available for coaching,
Yeah.
and I'll.
Would it be like free? Would it be free to ask questions
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
like
yeah. You
the
can
actual
you can
coaching?
ask me questions and shit. But like when it comes
Fuck
to
yeah,
stuff
bro.
like this, that's a little bit more,
Yeah, like
time
actual
commitment.
VOD reviews.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, you can just ask me whatever. I'm down to do that for sure.
Alright.
Anyway, see you later, man. You have a good day.
See you, man. When I get to GM, I promise I'll show you, bro. I'll show you.
Bro, you will get a GM and you will show me. Alright?
True. Alright, you have a good day, man.
You too. I fucking love that. That was